This pup named Harvey was at a San Diego shelter for 6 months. No one would adopt him.
A friend of mine had shared a picture of Harvey, and I was like, oh my gosh, like that face alone was just the most adorable thing ever. It was open mouth and the tongue lolling out. And I looked at my husband and I showed him, I'm like, hey, I found our second dog.
Harvey is a little different. He has a facial deformity and a crooked smile.
When she told me that she had people walk by and call him ugly, and that's why she really wanted to highlight him, I was just like, what? Like, that broke my heart. Absolutely broke my heart. Not a single person had asked to have a play date with him. Not a single person walked by and wanted to meet him. And I was like, what? How? How is that possible?
The only problem was Sherry and her family lived 2,600 miles away near Seattle, Washington.
And so I contacted her and I was like, this is kind of a long shot. We're in Seattle area, but I'm curious. Can you tell me more about Harvey?
Sherry fell in love, and she, her 2 kids, and dog River drove to get their new family member.
And then I looked at the calendar and I was like, oh, next week is midwinter break. No school. Crap, I have absolutely nothing planned because I'm a hot mess. Why not? Why not road trip it?
Once there, she learned his backstory.
They were pretty sure that what had happened was that when he was a very, very young pup, he got bit in the face. And so that just kind of started everything grow, askew. And it just continued on that path. It's not his fault that he has a wonky smile. It's not his fault that he got bit as a puppy, itty bitty puppy. Not his fault.
Now Harvey's living the good life in Washington with 4 humans and 6 other pets.
River, obviously, and she's also a rescue. We adopted her sight unseen from Texas. And then I've got 4 cats. Never expected to have 4 cats. And then Gary the snail was kind of an accidental pet of ours.
Some people have opinions about Sherry driving that far for a dog, but she says Harvey's worth it.
That's what I've had people say, oh, this crazy lady drove 2,600 miles to get a dog. There's so many in the local shelters. And I'm like, good, go get them. Go get them. If you have a problem with me driving so far because I fell in love with a dog, please go get one. Or if you can't adopt, you can foster right now. You don't have to drive 2,600 miles to find a new best friend. Like, this has just happened how it worked for us. This has just happened to fall in place for us. But shelters everywhere are slammed full of dogs and cats and other pets that need a chance.
For Inside Edition Digital, I'm Andrea Swindall.